Welcome to our YouTube channel Medical Subjects Made Easy. Today's topic is carbohydrate metabolism. 1. What is carbohydrate metabolism? Carbohydrate metabolism refers to the processes by which carbohydrates are broken down and utilized by the body. 2. What are the main sources of carbohydrates in the diet? The main sources of carbohydrates in the diet are fruits, vegetables, grains, and sugar. 3. What is the role of insulin in carbohydrate metabolism? Insulin helps regulate blood sugar levels by promoting the uptake and storage of glucose in cells. 4. What happens to carbohydrates during digestion? Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose molecules, which are then absorbed into the bloodstream. 5. What is glycogen and where is it stored? Glycogen is a storage form of glucose that is primarily stored in the liver and muscles. 6. What is gluconeogenesis? Gluconeogenesis is the process by which the body produces glucose from non-carbohydrate sources, such as amino acids and fatty acids. 7. What is glycolysis? Glycolysis is the initial step in carbohydrate metabolism, where glucose is converted into pyruvate to produce ATP. 8. What is the Krebs cycle? The Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle, is a series of reactions that produce energy through the oxidation of acetyl-CoA. 9. What is oxidative phosphorylation? Oxidative phosphorylation is the final step in carbohydrate metabolism, where ATP is produced through the electron transport chain. 10. What is the role of pyruvate in carbohydrate metabolism? Pyruvate can be used to produce ATP through anaerobic respiration or converted into acetyl-CoA for further energy production in the Krebs cycle. 11. What are the metabolic pathways for carbohydrate storage? The metabolic pathways for carbohydrate storage include converting excess glucose into glycogen or converting it into fatty acids for triglyceride synthesis. 12. What is the purpose of glycogenolysis? Glycogenolysis is the breakdown of glycogen to release glucose into the bloodstream and provide energy during periods of fasting or intense exercise. 13. What is the hormone responsible for stimulating glycogenolysis? The hormone responsible for stimulating glycogenolysis is glucagon, which is released when blood glucose levels are low. 14. What is the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes in relation to carbohydrate metabolism? Type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease that results in a lack of insulin production, whereas type 2 diabetes is characterized by insulin resistance. 15. What is the function of amylase in carbohydrate digestion? Amylase is an enzyme that breaks down carbohydrates into smaller polysaccharides and disaccharides in the mouth and small intestine. 16. What is the purpose of the pentose phosphate pathway in carbohydrate metabolism? The pentose phosphate pathway produces ribose for nucleotide synthesis and generates NADPH for biosynthetic processes in the body. 17. What is lactose intolerance? Lactose intolerance is the inability to digest lactose, a sugar found in milk, due to a deficiency in the enzyme lactase. 18. What are the health implications of excessive carbohydrate intake? Excessive carbohydrate intake can lead to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. 19. How are carbohydrates utilized during exercise? During exercise, carbohydrates provide a readily available source of energy for working muscles. 20. How does the body switch between carbohydrate and fat metabolism? The body switches between carbohydrate and fat metabolism based on energy demands, with carbohydrates being the preferred fuel source during high-intensity exercise and fats being utilized during rest and low-intensity activities. 21. What is the role of carbohydrates in brain function? Carbohydrates are the brain's primary energy source and are necessary for optimal cognitive function. 22. What is the recommended daily carbohydrate intake for adults? The recommended daily carbohydrate intake for adults is approximately 45 to 65% of total daily calories. 23. What is the glycemic index, GI? The glycemic index is a scale used to measure how quickly and how much a carbohydrate-containing food raises blood glucose levels. 24. How does alcohol consumption affect carbohydrate metabolism? Alcohol is prioritized for metabolism, leading to a decreased breakdown of stored carbohydrates and an increased risk of liver damage. 25. Can a low-carbohydrate diet affect carbohydrate metabolism? Yes, a low-carbohydrate diet can cause the body to rely more on fat and protein for energy, resulting in altered carbohydrate metabolism. 26. How does insulin resistance affect carbohydrate metabolism? Insulin resistance decreases the effectiveness of insulin in promoting glucose uptake, leading to elevated blood sugar levels and impaired carbohydrate metabolism. 27. What is the connection between carbohydrate metabolism and weight loss? Efficient carbohydrate metabolism is important for weight loss as it helps regulate blood sugar levels, control hunger, and prevent excess glucose from being stored as fat. 28. Can certain medical conditions affect carbohydrate metabolism? Yes, conditions such as hypothyroidism and metabolic syndrome can impact carbohydrate metabolism and lead to imbalances in blood sugar levels. 29. What are the effects of high fructose corn syrup on carbohydrate metabolism? High fructose corn syrup can contribute to insulin resistance, obesity, and metabolic dysfunction due to its high fructose content. 30. How can one maintain a healthy carbohydrate metabolism? Maintaining a healthy carbohydrate metabolism involves consuming a balanced diet, avoiding excessive sugar consumption, regular exercise, and managing any underlying medical conditions.